4 hours. Things pulled back, it got a bit scary. Things went a bit overboard, and it was a bit on the shaky side. Today, we're going to be looking at some key zones. I'm going to be showing you guys how to really find what points these things can pull back to. I'm going to be showing you going through the SPX, going through DXY, showing you what the USDT and BTC dominance and what areas we were all looking at, why I wasn't confirmed. And if you wait towards the end, we're going to be having an interview with Bello Baba, the neobank that's going to be launching their token soon. And for people who will be watching this all the way through to the end and listening to there, something kind of interesting is going to be coming out. And what's more important, it's going to be something beneficial for everyone in our community. They're going to be getting something extra above everyone else. And let's just say that this token is going to be pushed by Crypto Banter. It's going to be pushed by some of the largest creators in the space, and you lucky guys are going to be getting in there before anyone else with a little bit of a sweetener. Because your boy Alvarez, when they sit here and you guys don't want to give me likes and like shares and follows and stuff, all those type of things, I like to give back by giving you guys extra. So you guys do nothing and I give you guys everything. So watch it through. Let's go through, see what's happening, and we can go from there. Let me just add the chat to here, even though it's a bit of a slow burn on that side. Let me just add this to here, and we can then start with the whole way forward. Now, I am curious. I am really, really curious to see how many of you guys actually run out, actually sold. I'm really, really curious. Oh, actually, I forgot to do something here. Well, whatever. It's too late now. Whatever. It's all good. I was gonna add something to the screen, but oh well, whatever. It's all cool. Let's do this. Let's go to the chat. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let's make this a bit bigger. There we go. Isn't that a nicer layout? Isn't that so much nicer that you guys can now see everything? It's weird, right? When all that stuff happens. I bought more. Well done, EcoFusion. You've learned. You have become hardened by the crypto iron cojones that you develop when you go through this. Honestly. Anyway, all good. Cool. Look, now let's have a look at the main show, Bitcoin, and see what is going on right now. At this present moment, even with the pullback to this area, I was not worried at all. Like I saw no worry in the graph structure. I saw no worry in the way that these things were moving. It's just where we are right now is at a key level of resistance, right? We're at a point where people are going to be selling, and there is going to be a lot of manipulation that's going to be happening in the markets right now, because what's going on, and as we can possibly see from some of the hilarity that went through, uh, a few people got liquidated. Would that be fair? Would that be fair to say there were some liquidations that happened, right? I mean, if we look at what we saw here, yeah, you're looking at some late longs being absolutely annihilated. Honestly, and this is like out of bounds. If we add all of it up, this is probably like 700, 800,000, 800 million dollars worth of liquidations hit the market. It was wild, absolutely wild. But I will say something, and this is really, really important, and I want everyone to really understand. At the simplest term of everything that's going through right now, if you look, and this is a little tip, right? I want you guys to, I'm going to teach you guys something here, because I like to have a bit of a way to teach people what's going on. Hello, can you turn up the volume? What do you mean, can I turn up the volume? Can you turn up the volume? Is everyone else not hearing me, or is it just this? Is it just At Fefe? Hello. I'm only in sports and keeping my take a profit targets. All right. No, I get. Yeah. Everyone else on the other side. Can everyone hear anything? No, it's okay. Cool. Maybe it's something to do with your side. All right. Cool. Volume is low here. Really? Let's try this. Let's try. Let me do something here. 1 second. It shouldn't be low. Sound is okay. Hmm. No, all good. It's strange. Oh well, whatever. I mean, the thing has got something, maybe something to do with you. You're loud and clear. All right, cool. I have no idea what's going on then. Volume is fine for me. Just TT is louder than X. Ah, right. Okay. All right. It's probably because of the mic difference that we have. All right. Cool. Now, what was I talking about? Yeah, there was all this, but one thing I'm going to teach you guys, and this is something that you really need to learn and understand. And this is a little tip, right? Those type of people that only on X is low. That's weird. I don't know why that is. I have no idea. Okay, it happens. When you look at this page, you guys should really get used to looking at coin glasses. There's some really good information here. And what I would say, am I feeling better? Medication really helps, right? Is that if you look at the ratio of longs to shorts, this can give you an understanding that the way you should do, you test us if listen you. Thank you. If you understand this here, this ratio of longs to shorts should be equal, right? That is where there's a balance in the market and there is an inefficiencies going in the market. I have to be careful. I need to go through. Got a lot to go through today. Now, when there is more shorts than longs, right? This here will give you an understanding that there is a development of a short squeeze happening. When the shorts get increased, it means that the chance of this moving up will get higher. And the reason why this is very, very interesting is that if Bitcoin gets to, and then let's put this here as well so you guys can understand. I'll put this back here and I'm going to show you something. If Bitcoin gets to a certain number, and that certain number, my friends, is $125,000 Bitcoin, over $780 million worth of shorts are going to be liquidated. And I want you to understand what that will do. That will, because what happens when shorts are liquidated is that there's a, how can I have, a buy order is set. So when it gets liquidated, a buy order is set, and then you see a gold candle go through. If Bitcoin can get to 100, right now it's about 120. If it can get to 125, right? Actually, no. 125. If it can get up to 125, it will have some of the most unbelievable. It will go above 135 if it does that. Long shot, we'll see. We don't know what happens. Let's just go and eat up this 120 level and get those nice little late shorts that happened. Break through there, and then we can start laddering up from that situation. So that's the situation that we're in. We're in my mind, we're still looking good, right? It really annoys me when all these bears come out. There is nothing at this present moment that's giving me any fear whatsoever to what's going on. If we look at the Bollinger Bands, we're still in full level of contraction. We're having slight expansion, and the most important thing that I want everyone to really understand, right? And this is the thing about what's the time frame? I look at between 1 day and 1 day. Anything below that, it's scalping, right? In my opinion. What we're seeing here is that we're at contraction on the Bollinger Bands, where we have broken out of the Bollinger Bands. What usually happens is that the more contraction that happens in the Bollinger Band indicator, right, the more expansion you will get. And we are, as we see here, it doesn't always rhyme, but it can give you an understanding of where we're going and what's happening. This section here is that you see how it contracts, it breaks out and then expands. That expansion hasn't happened yet, and we are at breakout point. And so right now, in my opinion, in the way this looks, pullbacks are for buying, right? We don't have a confirmation of a downturn in the market. To be honest, I mean, like, if you want to kind of have an understanding, I was showing you guys a little bit today, right? And let's see if this works, right? Let's look at the fair value gap here. If we build a fair value gap here, right? Right, so how you work fair value? Yeah, say this, we build a fair value gap here and take the fib from the bottom to the top. Look at that. Please. Look, that pullback tapped the 382 perfectly. And what that shows, if you want to see what's on my, you can go to one of these two. This one's usually the best, right? Because I can drop links into there. Is my YouTube account relatively new? Yeah, it's relatively new. I'm dropping more long form videos there, and my lives get recorded and everything else. Uh, is it true about XRP? Oh, I'm gonna get to that. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. All right, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. When I read it, I was like, don't spoil it. Please don't spoil it. All right, don't smash the likes, share, and get everyone it. Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. That's right. But you can see here, look, you see the fair value gap. It came. Actually, this ain't the fair value gap. This is the fair value gap. Idiot, whatever. You see the fair value gap. It came and tapped absolutely perfectly on the 382. And what did I say about the 382 to everyone that is here? When we're in a strong trending graph and a strong, should I be looking at the again? It's here. I don't put this here for fun, guys. Just if anyone else asks this question, please can the people just tell them what to do, right? So the fair value gap, it and when it touches the 318, it means that we're in a strong trending we're in a strong trending move, and it means that this thing is going to go higher most probably. Don't listen to what I'm talking about. I sometimes get things wrong, right? So just be careful, make sure you understand that. But to me, this looks like a beautiful level of expansion that's going to be happening soon. We'll see. There's short squeezes happening. There's been a beautiful clean out of all the late longs, and it looks like we're in a position to have a bit more of a further move up. Now, I'm not saying there can't be a pullback. I was actually expecting a pullback to happen later on, but it seems like it happened earlier to now. If we look at the key factor that we were talking about right now, we will please when we're in the maximum shake. Yeah. I mean, I was having a shakeout of myself, to be honest. Last night, there was a there was a there was a definite shakeout that was going out last night. I was like, I there was a moment I almost fell asleep in the bathroom. So you understand what's going on, man. Just honesty, who honesty, God. Yeah, I was having a bit of a shakeout last night. It didn't end well. I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep in the bedroom or on the floor. But look, what's going on right now is really interesting. This is super duper interesting right now because why is this guy still on my thing? I just yeah, okay. All right. We missed you live yesterday. Yeah, Doug, trust me. I missed being alive yesterday as well. All right. You were having yeah, I had food poisoning. I'm still suffering, right? So I was in full food poisoning, malarkey. Yeah, posh food. Never eat it, right? Just never eat it. When they say it's something sous vide, just that means it's barely cooked, right? So whatever. So yeah, look. So what's going on right now is that we're verging onto a point where, oh, man, I feel like we're gonna break through this, and I think we're gonna break through this before August. And I believe that we have one more real like breakout before we get a more of a larger correction, because this is looking hella bullish. I mean, we could tap it and then have a massive rejection. We have to watch this extremely carefully. We're at the extremities. That's why we're having such volatility, because to be able to get to that next level, they need to clean out everything, right? They need to rally and clean out everything and move in that direction. So we'll see what happens here. Watch this carefully. I hope all of you guys have drawn this. What's the time? Yeah, I hope all you guys are drawing this and you can see where things are going from there. Now, one super duper interesting thing that's happening also is that SBX is having what could only be described as a takeoff moment. And what is going look with it just stop, man. How is that guy dancing on the video? Honestly, it's like he's happy when people are sad. It's such a wrong way to say things. There will be an eventual pullback, but just honestly, whatever. Where was I right now? Yeah, so if you look at the SPX, it's doing some absolutely insanity things. We're at full breakout mode, and that breakout, if it holds, we have to readjust this trend line. And that trend line is that. Let's do that. No, let's do that. All right. That's the trend line we have to do. So it could potentially did you have a meme coin call on the community? No. Who said that? No. Make sure it's look. I need to ask everyone really important about these type of things. I am in my community chat always, right? Always I'm in there. So you can always find me and ask me that question, this and the other. The only community chat that I have is on the YouTube links in the. That's the only one. Anyone else that sends you something or you see it somewhere else, this it is only there. That is the right one. I don't even put it on here anymore because there's too many fakes of me that try and utilize it, and there's a 15,000 versions of my channel, which is flattering. Don't get me wrong, but come on, like seriously. Now, so what this is looking like is that there could be still a potential 67% move, which could be wild. But I will say this, right? I will say this. I want everyone to really understand this and gain it. I mean, I did tell everyone there could be a potential pullback, and people just went absolutely crazy and started crying and saying it's over, it's over, it's over, right? Now, we have to see what this does here. I am expecting a pullback on SPX because the largest pullback that we've had so far is this little blob here, and that's like a 1%. You know what I mean? There's barely been a pullback on this absolutely enormous move. Look at it's done a 31% vertical climb in the SPX, and there hasn't been any type of a real pullback in this. And the pullback of this could potentially be very large. I want everyone to understand a 6% move back is not out of the realm of reality. It really isn't. I mean, what does a 6% do from here? Yeah, sounds about right. That looks, oh man, I took that off the top of my head, but wow, that's almost exactly what I thought it would be. There you go. A pullback to there is not out of the realm of reality. I want everyone to really understand that. Or an actual, if we're in a bullish trend, I mean, it looks like we're in a really bullish trend. Yes, I am. If you can check these out, please. Someone else. I'm gonna write it on my screen next time. If it needs to be a confirmation, because it does need to confirm that pullback confirmation and then break out again, right? Something on that level will need to happen at some point. It has to happen. It has to happen at some point, right? So this is something that needs to happen. So we could still, I just want everyone to understand, we could still reject of this and then come back down here. That doesn't mean that we're having a full-blown continuation. It just at this present moment looks like, look, Bitcoin is lags behind SPX. SPX is running, right? So Bitcoin should catch up. So we could see maybe one more to the 125 area, tap that, and then have a larger correction, which could work potentially with this, then come back and slingshot off the oscillator on the RSI and then move up from there, right? We could have that. That's definitely possible. Be prepared for that. And what that means is that if you got into the spot positions that I was talking about many weeks ago, we're still cool. We're still cool. We're majorly up. But just be careful on large positions of leverage positions. If you're going to do it low levels, so you have enough of a clearance to, just in case this thing nukes down. It can still happen. We're at the extremities of where it is. We're coming to the verge of the triple divergence that is happening, because look, this is down, this is up. Bearish divergence is loading up on our side, right? This is the thing. Now, where we're right now, gold is having a bit of a pullback, but I expect this to move up as we go forward. What we're seeing right now is still good, right? We still have a downward trend confirmation. This is a confirmation of a lower low, right? This is a great downward trend. Trend is your friend until it's not. Right now, we have to follow the trend and keep going down, and this thing looks like it's going to tap here. I think this tap right, oh man, I'm gonna get to the XRP. I want to get before this Bella Bubble thing happens, right? It'll be very quick. Oh my god. When I saw it, I've never laughed so hard in my whole entire life, right? Anyway, so this is going to come down, probably tap that area. Now, the two key things, I'll look at this and then I'll talk about some news aspects that we're looking at right now. If we look at USDT dominance, it taps the 4.36 absolutely perfectly, right? It's okay, I'm here now. Fantastic, Bunky. I'm sure you could ask me 1,000 things you want to tell me how to do stuff, right? It tapped that absolutely perfect. It selects a further continuation. We need the 4.10, 4.1 to break through, and if that breaks through, that goes from there. Now, I want to do one thing though, right? I want to do one thing because I was looking at the other day, and we might need to adjust this channel a little bit. Because we've produced a double bottom here, I have a feeling that we need to do something more like that. right? I think we need to do something more like that because we have to readjust it because of this level here. It showed some level of strength. So if we adjust it to what we're looking at like this, by the way, can you guys see it clearly on the screen or is it too scrunched up? Tell me, please. Can you guys see everything clearly? Hello, Kryptonians. Thank you so much, right? So we have to adjust it. And if we do adjust that, it looks like we've come back in to the channel. If you want to, it's there. Please, any one of you, no, it's there, right? If you want to look at it and understand it here, we have now just entered back into that channel if we readjust it that way. And what that gives me, and it could be a bit of a worry here, that we could have a bit more of a further downward push. But we could, and throughout previous times, every time it's tapped that, we've had a bit of a reversal, and it's been a somewhat of a stronger reversal. So let's see, let's be careful because right now, speak about crypto. I am speaking about crypto. Okay, cool, whatever. I think there's a time delay. I think that's why that's happening, right? So, and what we're seeing right now is that it's come back into this channel once we've adjusted it a little bit, right? Because now we've had that pullback and a double confirmation of that level there. This trend line looks like kind of that we're in that channel. So we have to be very careful once it taps the bottom here. So I would say around the 4.05 level, potentially where we are right now. Look, I mean, it's tapped that 410 very perfectly, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what the situation is. We have to monitor this carefully. As I said, we're coming to the extremities of where we are. Let's see this thing could continue up and possibly test the 4.36 level again. The last thing we don't want it to really just break above, the 5.01 is there, but to get there would cause absolute mayhem in the markets. Now, if we look at Bitcoin dominance, it is an absolute perfect description of what I've been telling you guys on multiple occasions. What happens when these type of moments happen, when there is those levels of death crosses, what it does to the markets, what's the type of analysis that we need to really understand and get to going on. What if I said 1,000 and 100 million times, right? The responses from YouTube are coming in very late, hence the response from the... Yeah, I know. I understand, right? Is that, look, not only did I draw this fair value gap, which it came and tapped absolutely perfectly, but we're getting these death crosses right now. And these death crosses, what they do is they act like magnets. I've talked about it 100 times. And this is something out of my experience, right? Not a lot of traders will talk about this. A lot of people will try and understand, talk fair value gaps and fibs and stuff. Yeah, they're all important. I utilize them as well, right? But what happens is that when there's a cross, you see it pull up, and as it's crossing, if this crosses down and the 21-day EMA crosses down from there, how can I get the number one crown? I don't know what that means. Redemption. I really don't. I'm sure there is a way. I don't know. What we could be getting is if that crosses across there, this further continuation now will be huge. The number 60%. If we pass 60%, in fact I'm going to move this. There you go. No, just 60%. Where's 60%? Yeah, 60%. Actually, I don't like that. That gives me anxiety. There we go. That's better. That gave me anxiety there for a second. If you pay me in Bitcoin, you can get the crown. I don't know what that means, man. This is sounding really weird, right? Look, so this is the situation. That's what's important. Look, we've had a perfect retest of that level, come back and settle back in the fair value gap. We'll see what's going on. 60%. If it breaks that, then we're going to be going to absolutely ridiculous levels. I'm not too sure if we'll get that, but the movement from there to here down to here will be still very, very beneficial for the markets. We have to watch it carefully, right? If you want to start playing around with a few things, I mean, we have done a massive move here. Like I want that to be very clear. Look, you can see it respects the 3.382 beautifully, and this was almost coming, and we were like, I mean, that's me not drawing it correctly, right? So if we bring it to there, 50%, see, reaction off the 50% absolutely perfectly. We didn't want this to pass the 50%. If I would have been yesterday, I would have explained that to you. Again, was having problems yesterday. Man, war happened yesterday, man. War. I had a there's full blown war that occurred in my life yesterday. So that's what I'm going to explain in that level. But yeah, that happened. So it's pretty cool. And you know what's really fun? By the way, do you guys know QPR footballers? Anyway, whatever. Old school friend of mine is now become a QPR footballer. Anyway, actually his son. Funny enough. Anyway, whatever. Um. Yeah, so this could a potential breakdown. I expect some form of continuation here, but we'll see. This is very important. As I said, this is my worrying thing right now. This is worrying. This is my only aspect of worry that I have right now. That is what's making me a bit. Yeah, he had the kid very young. That's my only worry. What's going on? So, yeah. So it's a bit of an. Actually, what's his name? Do you want to know what his name is? Do you want me to tell you what his name is? He messaged me the other day. He wants to get into crypto. One second. Let me tell you his name. Do you guys know his name? What was his name? Okay. Do you know J. Clark Selter? Does anyone know J. Clark Selter? Anyone? Anyone know this guy? QPR player? No? Okay, maybe not. I don't. Maybe there's people. He said it was fake. I don't know. Whatever. No. What? He plays for QPR. I don't know. Whatever. Apparently he's famous. I don't know. Maybe it's for QPR people. Who knows? Right. So that's the situation where we are. What's going on right now? Which percentage on USD dominance worries you? It's not the percentage. It's where it is. It's right in the historic level of because if we readjust it according to this level, because when there's two levels that have bounced off that key area, that means it's an area of a real support, right? So we readjust this multi year channel that has come and touched, right, and then rejected off. Now, in my opinion, there could be a rejection, right, and that rejection would be possibly the bottom of this channel. So around the 4.03 is going to be an area of rejection. I know Dave. Oh, you know Dave, right? Okay, cool. Well, anyone in Fat Cat, he might be wearing a Fat Cat shirt soon. So just so you guys understand, anyone who's not in Fat Cat, maybe before that, maybe check it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, footballer, famous, QPR, putting the Fat Cat t-shirt on. Yeah, no, who knows? Maybe it can bring some eyes to the project. I'm being sarcastic. This could bring some eyes to the project. It's definitely going to bring some eyes to the project. 4.03 will be a pullback then. Possibility. We have to watch that carefully. Draw this line. We'll see what happens there. I mean, we still have a bit of a movement to go down from there to that point. As I said, I've been talking about a bit of potential pullback. Yeah, 4% from that can do some real nice things in the market, and that could potentially push that Bitcoin to around the 125 level. Is it too late to get into Pinlink? I would go into Fat Cat rather than Pinlink. And to be honest, rather than Pinlink, I would say look into what's going to be happening. We're going to be interviewing a neobank called Bello Baba, right? I've been talking about it for ages. We're going to be interviewing the CEO and one of their representatives. They're launching a potential new token, and people in our community are going to be getting something very interesting. So watch the Learn by Alvarez channel. There's actually a part that has been opened up. I want everyone to understand, right? Been opened up for Bello Baba. The CEO is there as afterwards. We'll be able to talk to you, all you guys, answer all your questions, what's been going on, what's happening. And after this live, he's going to be putting something in there that only you guys are going to be getting. I want everyone to really understand this, right? Not only is this project going to be pushed by Crypto Banter and various other large creators, but you guys are getting something more than them. Because, you're here and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to give you likes or any type of you'll be able to ask him all the questions. We're going to go live. You'll be able to ask all the questions to him. It's not like I need anything. Maybe a couple of likes and some other things that, that I've been asking for. But all of you guys have been saying, no, No, give me benefits. I take, I don't give. I don't give anything. All right. Okay, that's where we are. Right. That's the situation. That's the only thing that's worrying me. Be careful of that. Watch your understandings. As I said, if you've been in spots, a bit of a pullback doesn't matter. I expect this thing to go absolutely crazy when rate cuts happen. There's a lot of things going on. I will say also these type of things as well. Oh, there's one more worry, and it's really important. This is like it's scary, right? Super duper scary, and I don't want you guys to get too scared about it, right?
As a hedge against the 37
But
$8 trillion. They want to own a debt. They want to own it for their kids. And you know who else feels that way? Me. I don't want that debt. My kids. I'm worried about my kids. Worried about your kids. 38 trillion.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah.
We all do.
So
in so many different ways.
Why don't you buy some Bitcoin or ETH?
why Jim Cramer? Why did you have to why did you have to come, right, and spoil everything by saying buy Bitcoin, right? Because it's like this guy, I don't even know how he keeps his job. I really don't know, because the moment he says something, markets tank. There's actually a trading strategy called the Bill Cramer's trading strategy, and every time he says buy something or do something, the market crashes. So yeah, that was fun. Anyway, so there's that situation. Now, if we look at oh wow, man, come on, just come on, man. So if we look at ETH Bitcoin divided by the dollar, right? He's the opposite guy. It's amazing. It's absolutely never bet on him. Oh my god, I'm selling. It's literally no. He said that yesterday. Inverse Jim Cramer. He said it yesterday, and then the market tanked straight away. Straight away. Anyway, so look, if you look at this, and I said this is quite important. I said that this area could be an area of rejection, which it did, and I said this area could be an area of support, which it was. If you guys drew this, you guys would have understood that these two things. Yeah, there we go. When he says Coca-Cola, drink water, most definitely. There's something wrong with that Coca-Cola. There's something wrong with that Coca-Cola. Anyway, let's get through. Let's go through some fun. It's not something really all the way. So this is cool. It's coming a bounce back. If this continues on and breaks this level, it doesn't have a level here because we're dividing it by the dollar. We could see some real fast continuation up. Again, be careful of this area here. This is a very strong area of resistance. Be very careful of that level there. And that could be the potential real pullback from this moment. We'll see. If this doesn't break above, we could see further continuation down. Hello, Lamar. You came at the perfect. Bitcoin divided by gold multiplied by square root of silver minus the dollar times the Swiss franc equals Bello Baba. That's what that equals, right? Did you find a clipper? No, I wasn't able to find a clipper, man. If anyone, by the way, if anyone knows how to clip lives, I am looking to employ a clipper, right? Message me afterwards. I need to see what you guys do, and it'll be a long-term type of thing. So you guys be, and be able, what clippers do the clips and then spread it around and all that kind of stuff, and you'll be paid per view and all that kind of stuff, and then most probably could be paid a salary as well. Now, where are we right now? This is the thing. Came back, tapped it, both levels absolutely perfectly. We need this to continue and break above this level. If it breaks above that level, this will be some real continuation in alts as we see it. If we look at total 3 divided by Bitcoin, yeah, we've had a big. This basically describes what the market is doing. We'll see, right? We'll see where this happens. The last thing we want, and this is really, really important. Why don't you get a kick deal? Do you know anyone that can give me a kick deal? I'll get it straight away, right? Now, this is super important. You need to really, really understand this thing. If you can get me one, no problem. This level here must be broken. If this comes up and then sets a lower high, right? That could be an area there to potentially de-risk. What about XRP? I'm getting the XRP. Let me just get through this. Let me get through it. Get through it. Let me get through it. All right. Let me get through it. 1 second. Amazing, right? XRP is amazing. it's like the gift that keeps giving. Anyway, so if we look at total market cap, we've come back, and in my opinion, this looks like a full-blown confirmation of the breakout trend. It looks like an SR flip to me if I've ever seen one, but it's on a not on a horizontal. It's on a you know, a diagonal. They don't hold too much weight. Let's see what happens. If it needs to break above the 3.91 trillion or 3.92, if it breaks above that, there's gonna be some massive continuation up in this. Only way you can really look. But this there we go. If you look at Wyckoff, that Wyckoff confirmation of the support of the look at this. You see that absolute perfect support of that previous high gives an understanding of a Wyckoff continuation. All the meme coins made your hair a white, bro. What? No, my white hair was white a long time ago. The family thing. When must Auto 3 break the line? We're getting there, Dennis. I'm getting there. All right. Yeah. So this is where we are now. With one thing that's slightly worry, it holding below this 1.05 isn't great. We need it to be in here for alts to really start moving, right? We can only see you, bro. I just if there was only a way, if there's only a way that I could put something here that could give you an understanding of where I could be talking about it. If only there was something on the screen, particularly these last two, right? If only there was something quite spectacular that in a visual way is that. How much is my capital in crypto? A fair bit. Nowhere near what I have in other things, but I do have a fair bit in here. Now, we need it to break above the 1.05. Hopefully this will happen. If not, this will be a continuous breakdown from there. TikTok Studio laptop. It doesn't allow it. You need to have a streaming key, unfortunately, and they don't give me one for some reason. View screen and an arrow. Yes. I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna work that out. I have to, because I can't keep doing that. Anyway, there's that situation. So we'll go from there. Now, four more things. Two things to look at, and I'm gonna have a talk about XRP. I love it. It's amazing. It's so dumb, but it's amazing at the same time. It's so dumb, right? Now, I don't like the fact that Sui has not being able to break this high, but I will say something right now, right? This level up here has a lot of liquidity, so I feel like it will come and tap it at some point. In my opinion, I think the 4.31 is something that the Sui is going to tap. What happens from there is going to be really important, and we'll see what happens from that point there. That's really cool. Tell them to join that thing, then they can see the whole. Yeah, that, and also the tube in the tube I can put links in. That's why. So that's that situation there. Now, if we look at ETH, I mean, look, I said it could come down to the 3.487. Okay, I was off by, what was that? $13. Was off 13? No, $20. I was off by $20. I mean, it's close, but yeah, close, right? That's the situation where we are. So we'll see what happens on that side. I love the weird conversation you guys are having on TikTok. I don't know. All I've heard has been pull back and worried. I don't know. All I've heard has been pull back and worried. Just listen to what I'm saying. You got the screen there. Just listen, right? Let's listen. There are certain things that need to go above. If it doesn't go above that, then we can go from there. What do you mean? How did I liquidate you yesterday? What are you talking about? Anyway, so that's that situation right now. So let's see what goes on, and we can move on from there. This is looking pretty good. I still believe the 4,000 level is a level that it's going to touch. I think there could be the greater pullback in this market. We'll see what happens and see what the situation is on that. Now, also one more thing that's really interesting. I did take a lot more, but apparently my computer said no. Right? This is wild. Right? This is wild. The ETH ETF, right, has taken in more than the Japan ETF, GEPQ. It's wild, right? It is the fastest growing ETF, right, next to Bitcoin. So the two ETFs that are gathering the largest amount of liquidity on buys and retail buys are both crypto. How nuts is that? Can anyone explain to me how nuts is that? What's your crypto called? It's called Fat Cat. I'll show you here. It's not mine. It's our community. I'll show you here. If you guys want to check it out, go to fatcat.social. That's the thing there. It has, it has an aggregator. You can go and select cheapest swaps in the industry. And the other one has a bot. If you have a token and you want to utilize the community bot, it's there, right? That's the situation. How insane is that? Number one is Bitcoin. The other one is Ethereum, and then is the Japanese ETF. It's absolutely wild. And the thing is, what's crazy about the Japanese ETF, right, is that it's like the reason why it's so strong is because of arbitrage that they're going through. It's out of this world, man, right? So the amount of, I think it was like $533 million went into Ethereum. So I think we're pretty good. But the one thing I will say, and I want this to be careful, I want everything to really understand this, right, is that when things go crazy, especially for things like Ethereum, be careful, because there will be some levels of pullback. Trump, World Liberty Financial, they also bought some more ETH when it dipped. Yeah, I think they caused it ETH. Fat Cat is holding up really well considering the pullback on Fat Cat was like 2%. It's ridiculous, right? That's just all I'm going to say. There's a lot of things coming for that, mainly in the form of eyes. Eyes are coming. Dang, my styling just went dark. No signal. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Right? So that's the thing. Now, let's get to the main show. Five minutes before. That's like, just want to make sure. Just want to make sure I have the right X, right? I need to make sure. A second. One second. Let me just get this the right one. This makes me so happy. I can't actually. I'll just leave that there for a bit. I'll just leave that there. I'll just let it hang there for a bit so you guys can have a nice little read. I was so unwell, right? I was so unwell. But I was laughing so hard. I was laughing so hard, right? The creative XRP is selling his own token. He was selling at the top of XRP. Even he was like, dang, I need to take some profits. The guy sold $175 million worth of his own token, and he has like he has like $4 billion of this stuff still. It's the future, right? I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I just can't. I can't. I can't get over it. Like, it's one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. The guy is done you guys dirty, man. Man, the guy made some profit. He made some look, okay, technically, and the way they're spinning it, God, it makes me so it makes me so like he was like, the way, how much supply does he of his supply did he sell? I mean, like in percentage wise, not that much. He holds like $4 billion worth of it, right? And he sold 175 million. Inflation, right? And I love how these guys like look down on meme coin creators. as if they're the evil ones. And these guys, and, and these guys, this guy was like, I feel like buying a yacht. So let me go to the inflation bank. He went to buy ETH. Yes. Yeah. He saw the dip on ETH and was like, all right, let's get on this. Oh man. That is wild. Do you think XRP will get higher? You make a joke about this, radio seller, but you got XRP. Yeah, I got XRP. I don't get. Look, I know where it's gonna go, right? I have a look. I'm still in massive profit in XRP, right? I didn't put too much in, thank God. Technically, does that count? It's like, so do we fractionally own some of that money? Does that mean that if he buys a house, does that mean that a part of that house is ours? Because technically, if you really think about it, technically, that's our money. I mean, if you look about it in a roundabout left, right, and center way, you know what I'm saying, bruv? You know what I'm saying? Ah, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but that is actually, it's it's amazing. It's actually amazing, right? Now, before we get to Bella Baba, I want to show who's the guy that sold is this no, he's one of the main creators of yeah, I mean, like he's one of the main creators of XRP. He's co-founder, right? I'll show you one more thing, right? Before we get onto the Bella Baba. This is a really interesting situation right now. These fears of Powell leaving, right? It's looking like the pressure is becoming more and more and more. Now, we really don't want this guy, the Powell, to leave. Not this guy; he's got nothing to do with Powell. But like, we don't want him to leave. But now the new narrative is moving towards the fact that if he doesn't leave, then the Fed is not independent. So they're trying to put as much pressure on him as possible. I hope and pray he doesn't leave. That will cause massive uncertainty into the market, and it will be dire for the industry if something on that level happens. We have to be careful and make sure that doesn't go. Now, two bigger and better things. Two bigger and better things. Let's see. Is everyone on at this present now? Let me just message the group. Yes. XRP, man. Why'd you have to be doing dirty like that? Can you? All right. Okay. All right. So, the guy is going to be coming on in any second. It's going to be really interesting. Like this, by the way, Bella Baba is a neobank, right? It's like a private bank that you can actually utilize your I can't say the word on TikTok, but the C assets, and then utilize and open up a bank account in different jurisdictions. And they're going to be coming out with a say that word, non something card. Do you understand what I mean by that? You'll be able to go into the Bella Baba chat, and you'll be able to see everything there. I'm putting something in there for in a second right now, and I'll pin this as well. Okay, pin that there, and he'll be on there, and he will be doing. Yes, I do invest in stocks, a lot of them, right? He'll be going on. What just happened? All right. Oh my God, TikTok, honestly. He'll be on there, and he'll be anyone that wants to check it out. Should definitely come there and chat to him. I'm just going to put this here again, right? Here you will see that this has been pinned there. This is something very, very important for everyone. And most importantly, he's going to be revealing something here after the interview that is going to be very, very beneficial for all of you guys that are going to be looking at it, right? Okay, let me see if these guys are here. Let me message them and see if we can get the lovely gentleman on. 1 second. Let me message me. Right, let's wait for them to come back to us, and then we will add them to the chat. Right, in the meantime, is there anyone or anything that wants to ask me about their coins and anything else on that level? The fruits, man, I can get a fruit card. Yeah, but look, this card is very interesting. It's a I'm gonna type it in the chat here. There we go. I wrote it in there so you guys can understand. My biggest bag is Bitcoin. Yeah, so that's the situation. It's not so this is the thing. That's why we're having this chat, because there's a lot of questions that come out about this, what they're doing, what's happening, all of that kind of stuff, right? 1 second. And all that kind of stuff. So it's some really interesting situations. I don't know what's going on. Let's see what's happening right now. Anyway, any questions that you guys are thinking? Yes. Okay. 1 second. 1 second. It was my thing. 1 second. Let's just check this out. Here we go. Let me add that to them there. Let's get them to join, and then we can have a chat. In the meantime, you guys can check it out. Go check out bellababa.com. This one here, so you guys can see it. Bonk maybe. Yep, I think they're coming on though. So afterwards we can have a quick chat on that. Are they on now? 1 second. No, not yet. So yeah, this is a Bellababa Bank. You'll be able to get the card that you see here. That you'll be able to. I'll be tapping that card hard after alt season. Yeah, this is the interesting thing about it, right? This is the interesting thing. They're launching this GAN token, right? And I am going into this quite. I'm going into this because what this does and why I absolutely, and what's really important, and I'm it will be worth your while checking out that channel, right? I'm just saying it's a very interesting thing that they're giving us, right? Just our community, because of pretty cool and connections and stuff. Connections. Speak about Greek mythology. Thank you. We're having one. Redemption, are you okay? Is everything cool? Yeah, it's a pre-launch. 1 second. 1 second. Did someone just pop on?
Hello.
Oop. 1 second. We heard some sound. 1 second. All right. 1 second. Let's get these guys on there. All right, people are joining on. We need to get the cameras opened as well at the same time.
Hello, can you hear me?
1 second. I need they need to access their cameras. 1 second. 1 second. Turn on cameras. Love technology, right? I love the way that it makes things super duper simple. Okay, one's turned on, the other is still not turned on. Anyway, let me just set these up in the meantime. All right. Copy that. Add one. Yes. All right. I'm going to turn off the back, and then we can. There we go. I'll add this guy here. Technology. Does this work? No. Okay, I need to add it. Did that work? The cameras aren't working. You guys need to. You guys need to. Let's try this again. There we go. We got one camera. All right. We got one camera. One camera. Let me see if I can get this one to work. 1 second. Let's try this again. Is it too late to open up a Bellababa account? Well, we're gonna have a talk about all of that kind of aspect now. Yep, there we go. That's one of the representatives. Let's get this moving here. I don't know what's going on with your cameras, guys. There's no camera on your. Okay, whatever. Let's get them to work, and we can go from there. Their cameras are not working for some reason. Yeah, it's not coming up on my side. Let's try this again. Let me try and reset this up. 1 second. Let's try and reset this up. Let me reset this. So guys, I have it, but I don't know what the benefits I can use. Yeah, so we're go I'm going to explain all of that kind of stuff. Let me just delete this and restart this again. I don't know what's going on right now.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, 1 second.
Hello.
1 second. 1 second. I don't know what is going on right now. There we go. All right, that goes there. Let's try this again. I love technical difficulties. It makes my life really easy. I can hardly hear you. What do you mean you can hardly hear me? Hello? Can you hear me now? All right, let's try and do this. Let's try and do this again. Let's try to do this again. All right. Bear with me, guys. Yep, there we go. What I don't understand, am I feeling better? I'm feeling a bit better, yeah. What I don't understand is why is this not working? Let's try this one more time. Aha, okay. Oh, I know what's going on. There we go. Okay, we have one of you guys. We have one of you guys on. Can you, 1 second. We have one of you guys on. Let's unmute you. Hello? Hello, Stefan, can we hear you? Can you speak?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we have one guy. All right, we have one of you guys. All right. Technology is brilliant, guys. It's fantastic. But I can't seem to see the video of let me try.
Luis.
Yeah, let me try and get Luis in as well. Let me see what's happening here. Let's try this one more time. All right, let's see if this works. Because it's not showing it on the thing either. So 1 second. 19, 20, 1080. Yeah, he's not popping up for some reason.
Shall I tell him to try to rejoin?
Maybe try, yeah, try and tell him to rejoin. I don't know why. He's one, it's blank and there's no sound at all. Let's see if we can get him to rejoin again. Can you guys hear everything? Pay attention. Can everyone hear Estefan talk? Like pulling teeth. Are you feeling it? Thank you so much. I appreciate that it's like hey, technology is difficult, all right? It's not easy.
Yeah, can't believe this is happening in 2025, mate, in the age of AI. Wow.
Yeah, apparently so. It's not something. Yes, you guys can hear. All right, okay. Yes. But there's no image of him. Yeah. Has he tell him to rejoin again because he's not even on the thing. Let me just copy. Aha, okay, he's
Yeah. I've asked him to rejoin.
yeah, he's not. There's no camera on him. But let me see if I can add him. There's no camera. Let's try this again. All right, I don't know what is going on right now. Let's try to see. All right, how about that? There's one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't. But there's no like we can hear you, but there's no image of you now. Let me just get rid of that. I can see you now. Yes, you I can see, Estefan. But We can't see the.
If not, I could try to answer some questions and do that. And then perhaps we could ask him to rejoin at some other time.
Possible. Yes. Okay. Cool. Well, look, let's get into things because people are waiting and trying to understand this painful situation that we're developing right now for them to watch. But tell us a bit about Baba, the Khan token, and a bit of an understanding of where things are going, what's happening, and what's the situation of why this is such an amazing thing and why we're having this conversation right now. So I'll leave the floor to you, and if questions come in, we'll ask it and go from there.
Sure. So, hi everyone, and first of all, thank you for having us, Alvarez. I've been watching the TikTok lives for a while. I mostly agree with 90% agree with your market takes. So yeah, I was just listening to you saying that there's, I guess, some doubt whether Powell will remain. Let's see, but I do agree that it's going to create instability in the market. Um, but over to Bella Baba. So I'm Steph. I help at comms with Bella Baba. Our CEO, Luis, founder, Luis, he's also the chairman of Bella Baba. He should have joined the live, but I think he's having technical difficulties. Yeah, so I guess what Bella Baba is fintech, sort of like neobank, similar to Revolut. Um, However, we're crypto native. So whilst you have a bank account in, I don't know, Panama as a jurisdiction or Dubai, or the US or the UK, you could also have Web3 wallets natively on your bank account. And what that enables you is, you could open, so for example, if you live in Mexico, you can open up a Mexican account and move your money to Bella Baba. And then with blockchain, you could move whatever amount you want into a UAE account or a USA or a Panama or a UK account with blockchain, and the cost to that is a lot lower than if you were to do it with a traditional bank. It's a lot faster as well. I'm sure most of your audience, or perhaps even you yourself, Alvarez, you've tried to move some of your funds from, I don't know, let's just say the UK to Mexico, let's say. There's a lot of approvals, there's a lot of waiting, there's a lot of if buts and maybes between legacy systems. So sometimes, for example, we have a partner. They were trying to receive some funds from the UAE as a UK company, and they did this uh, earlier this month, and they're still waiting for the funds to come through. And that's all because they're not using Bella Baba. So yeah, and what we're sort of focusing on as well is using the power of blockchain and tokens to be the very first bank that actually sort of shares the the amount that we win with our customers and our users. What does that mean? So we have a token. The ticker for the token is GCAN. And we've developed this system called the Circular Reward System. And what that basically does is, as a bank, oh, there he is. He's here. Luis,
Ah,
you're live. We can see you. We can see you live in the flesh.
Little bit weird. So I was touching buttons. Finally, it works.
welcome.
How you doing?
Fine, thanks. Listening your intro about Bella Baba.
How was I doing so far?
Fine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Please continue, Esteban. You were talking, and then we can pass it over to the main man himself.
Yeah, sure. So I was just chatting about the circular reward system, and so what that basically is the bank makes revenue from transaction fees on the card itself. It makes revenue from different sources, so on-ramping, swapping, that sort of stuff. And we share part of that revenue with the token holders, and that revenue is shared in not in the token itself, but we share it in cold hard USDT. So that's exactly what that circular reward system does. And I don't believe anyone in the world is kind of doing this right now. So yeah, that's something pretty innovative and new.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, that's amazing. And I mean, if we could hear from the man himself, what was the reason why you created Bello Baba? What was the understanding? Why did you feel that this was a gap in the market that was necessary? And why are you being so generous by providing such a return from the GAN token of 10%? I mean, that's a wild return for people that are going to be investing into this product and then staking it and getting what could be very lucrative numbers from a bank that could be, a neobank of yourself that are only getting started to produce massive amounts of throughput and utilization on that side.
Yeah. Yeah, I started in crypto in 2017, and I went through to all the problems possible with banks. So I think all this community went through all these years. So I am banned, I think, in all the European banks. So, and I am entrepreneur mindset, So every time that I have a problem or somebody say to me no, my brain is automatic say, hey, I am doing something wrong. No, it's not wrong. It's not illegal. So
Yeah.
let's find a solution, So, and finally, I built my own solution because I think really that there are so many reasons for this app to exist. So first of all, I'm Spanish. In Spanish, you are paying almost 70% of taxes per year.
Wow.
So this is not right. This is not right. This is not fine. So the only thing or the only way that you can fight against that, it's not voting because the system is corrupt. So, and it's in this way. So it's not democracy; it's a partycracy. And they have taken, at least Spain. I don't know other countries. I am living in Estonia, but between Estonia and Dubai. So, but I see difference between different.
I mean, I
countries.
live in London, so I feel your pain. Don't worry about it. I feel
Half
your
of
pain.
London is in Dubai. Half of London is in Dubai. By the
Yeah, I
way.
can see why. I'm looking at it. I was just like, why am I here? Anyway, carry on, please. Yeah.
So, which tools we have to balance this unfair world? To buy Bitcoin, self-custody, okay, and really to diversify your assets in a regulated and secure way. Okay, so for this reason, we call the app the future of private banking because you are doing one-time KYC. This is one of the biggest frictions in the world. So you are doing one KYC. So, and we are going to able to provide to you, for instance, Panama bank account or US bank account for non-residents in US. In September, we are going to have UAE bank account, Euro bank account. And the beauty is that all these providers are crypto friendly. So we are dealing with all this compliance, but for the user, it's one experience, one KYC. And from behind, our team is dealing with several compliance, several procedures in order that to make this work for the final user. So it's a very convenient app. I always say to our users, I am giving to you a Ferrari. So the way to drive, it's up to you. So you can so you have to use your brain. But yeah, it's very convenient for traders, for cryptos, for people that are doing remittances, for entrepreneurs that they are opening or buying real estate in Dubai, or they are moving the funds around. So, and the nice thing is usually the compliance department of a bank is like the enemy, so you are afraid. So what is going to happen? Here is in the opposite. I think that we don't have to be the enemy. So we have a friendly approach for our users. Our users can call us and say, hey, Luis, I have this transaction, or I'm going to receive this money. I am going to have problems, how I have to do it, how I have to prepare the documents, and we are helping the users, okay? But of course, we are not perfect, okay? But at least we are in the side of the regulation, but at the same time in the side of the user, because this is the way to do. If you are in the banking system, is to help people to move money and to squeeze the best of each jurisdiction. So we are global world, digital world, and has no sense to be stick in one jurisdiction. So, and this was the solution that we built. We built our own, so our own solution for our own reality. You know.
Yeah, no, I mean it's extremely impressive. I mean, to do something on the level that you're doing, it's basically a private bank you guys are working on,
Absolutely.
and
So
and
take a look. We are dealing every single day with 11 banking providers. People doesn't know what is that. So different time zones, different compliance, multiple transactions. If you can become crazy, you can become crazy. It's
it's it's amazing how you don't have minimum account size restrictions is beyond my understanding, because we're talking about serious things you guys are doing, and it's, I mean, firstly, well done to you guys to be able to develop something on something on this scale, and to be able to do the things that you're doing and have partners that you can see clearly on your website, and be able to open up these accounts with one KYC and aspect. It's incredible, and I can only see this becoming, this is a real gap in the market right now, and this is why I'm so excited to bring it to my community as well, and everyone that's watching here, because everyone is asking me for this. And
thank you
it's,
so
this is
much.
the thing, everyone is asking for this. It's not something that it's a, oh, it's a nice to have, it's a need right now. Not everyone understands what to do with their profits or what they're earning and things like that. And I only see, uh, and I'm excited to be a part of it, and that's why I've opened up, and I'm all in on your project. Honestly,
So
like it's an amazing
and
situation to be
and
in.
really my commitment with for my with myself, but for with our community, is that if some way one provider is not working nicely, or we find another provider that is giving more flexible options, we are going to add providers to build this financial puzzle
Yeah,
and deliver all-in-one solution for our community. This is the logic behind all the project.
it's incredible. Now, I mean, if we could move on to one aspect of your site, the card. Now, from what I can understand, there's two aspects to it, which looks like, right? One where it's you develop the account, and you do your KYC and all those type of aspects that are developing. But I'm hearing a bit of a whisper of something else being developed, which
Yeah.
I'm gonna say gives me tingles, but I don't think it's appropriate for this live right now.
No, no. We can talk openly with that. There is no problem because so nothing
Okay.
to hide. So we
Well,
can talk openly. Yeah.
it's not about hiding. It's just I'm excited. That's all. It's not about the hiding aspect. But carry
So
on, please.
okay. So next week we are launching what we call zero data card.
Okay.
What does it mean zero? I think that you are talking about that, no?
I mean,
So
maybe.
I think. So what does it mean zero data card? Zero data card is a card issued by Visa. Okay. So and what we are doing is following the same philosophy. So the private banking style, So in how we can protect our privacy in a regulated way. So what is happening? User is onboarding with Belobaba, So the KYC is our KYC. This is not shared with anyone. Okay. With that, we are creating a card that the business sponsor is from Asia. Okay. So from one jurisdiction that is not sharing the information with any jurisdiction. No FACTA, no CRS. So there is no sharing information, and not will be. So and then limit is up to 1 million. So I think that we can fit a lot of
Only
people.
1 million. Come on,
Only
you're.
1 million. Yeah, only
I'm
1
gonna
million.
buy my Bugatti like that way. I need to do two transactions. Honestly. Yeah, carry on.
So and then it work in Google Wallet or Android Wallet, and we are going to issue with this provider. Okay, we are working with to issue others, let's say zero data cards with other features. Okay, but now we achieve this zero data, so we are protecting the privacy. There is no
Incredible.
information shared. Okay, and yeah, and it's fully regulated, so it's nothing weird that people can say, hey, what can happen if this is shut down? No, it's a regulated business sponsor from Visa, from a jurisdiction that we found, that there is not sharing information with other financial countries.
Unbelievable. So many things. I mean, and what is the process of doing that? Would we need to open up an account and then get the whole process working that way? Would you need to have the full aspect of the account open and then it's receive it in that manner? Because I saw something when I opened up my account, and you know, it says crypto banter on there. So is there a connection on that side that's also going to be developing in the future?
Yeah. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all the community that so because we know that the application is building, so we are building this puzzle. We are close to launch the iOS the Android app. So a lot of things to improve in the UX UI. Okay, but the service is there. The service is there. So if you have a little bit patience, service is there and all is working. So and regarding Crypto Banter, so and other communities, we have other deals in the pipeline to launch that some of them also are crazy. So what we do, we are program managers in 4 jurisdictions: in US, in UK, in Poland, and in this Asia jurisdiction. Okay, that I don't want to say which jurisdiction to not to give so many clues. So what we achieve with that, what I told you before, I don't want limitations. What happened when you are issuing cards from Europe? Okay, you cannot issue cards in the United States. So if Crypto Banter has users in the United States, what they have to do? What they have to do? Say to them no. So what we do is issue the Crypto Banter card from United States, from UK, and from these Asian countries.
Incredible.
So then they can cover the whole world in one single solution. You know. So and this will increase the engagement because you feel proud when you have your own card. It will add new revenue streams for the company and new ways to interact for financial products or other things that they can do with the card.
Incredible. I mean, it's incredible. Now, let's get to the second most exciting thing.
Okay, the second question. So this is the easiest answer of the whole session. So the easiest. So when you are funding a project, okay, so which is the reason to keep a token? Why you are holding Bitcoin? Because you know what is going to happen and what is happening, you know? So while you are holding Ethereum, you know what you are holding. So which is the reason to hold GCAN, our token? So because we are going to reward, so we don't want that you sell this token. Which is the way that you are not going to sell this token? That is worth it, you keep it in your pocket, you know? So we have to be ambitious. We have to be responsible because we need the revenue to develop the company. But at the same time, if we reward you enough well to keep it every single month, this is screaming to the market, say, hey, this token is serious, you know? So I was in Dubai 2 weeks ago with one Chinese company, and Chinese guy didn't believe it.
Well, I mean, I'm having trouble believing it right now. I mean, honestly, yeah. Honestly, I'm having trouble believing it. I mean, okay, carry on. Please continue.
But you know, we are out of the box. We're crazy. Why not? Why not? If we don't see that is hurting the finance of the company, why not? You know, because as Stefano was explaining, we have two ways to fit this revenue. First, from the daily trading activity, so from the fees that protocol is generating itself. Okay. Second, for the Series S, because the Series S, the circular reward system, is let's say rewarding the long-term token holders. Okay, and every time that a long-term token holder is selling the tokens, there is a small penalty. This small penalty, 50% is burning the tokens, and the other 50% is going to the other token holders. So every time there is movement, you are receiving tokens, and 50% is burning. So so I think that this is the beauty of the tokenomics. And at the same time, from the fees of the neobanking, ongoing transactions, swaps, top-up cards, and other financial products, we have the commitment with the community to also share the fees. So if the bank grow, community grows. Usually, you hate the banks because they are greedy. They are making money from you. We are making money with you. And this is a game changer.
It's the ethos of what cryptocurrency and Web3 is.
Yeah, exactly. This is the philosophy.
Yeah, and I love the way that you're emphasizing that in a product where if you didn't give that, I would use it. That's the craziest part of all this. It's kind of like this bonus on top of bonus on top of bonus. Now, quick question. how do people enter this token launch? Because I've opened up a bit of a place in our chat, right? And are you in the chat, or is one of your representatives in
No,
there?
no, it's me. It's myself.
Right, fantastic, great. So, is there a time span for this? When is it launching? What's happening? And then I will get back to the community and wait for their their questions that I will be curating. Let's just say it that way. This is crypto.
If
I
you,
think
if,
Stefano, I think that Stefano wants to jump right now.
Oh, please
So
go
please,
for it.
yeah,
go ahead.
if you don't mind, I'll take this bit. So yeah, so we're running a private sale with your community, as you know. And the way to get involved is so within your community channel on Telegram, we've pinned a message with a link to a Google form. In that form, you'll be asked questions like, confirm the wallet that you're sending it from, the amount, that sort of stuff. If you fill that form in and you add your transaction URL of your investment, then that's you getting involved. The private sale is running up until Thursday next week. And then from Thursday next week, then people will receive the tokens 48 hours after TGE. We approach it this way mostly because we've had some. So I guess Alvarez, are you familiar with exchanges and
Yeah,
how they work?
unfortunately, yeah, I do. Yeah.
So exchanges can demand certain things, and sometimes we have to meet those demands, of course, within reason. And so yeah, 48 hours after TGE, people will be able to you'll receive the tokens in the wallet that you added on the form. Um, the reason why we're doing this 48 hours is just demand from exchanges, which from our end we believe it makes sense because once you list a token on an exchange, it helps you with a wider distribution, helps you access more people. And so yeah, that's exactly how people get involved. If anyone wants to get involved, just go to I believe you have a Bella Baba section on your Telegram channel,
Yes, we
correct?
do. Yeah, we do, and all questions will be answered there. And
Yeah.
I was giving them a little hint of maybe something else that they should definitely go and have a chat there as
What,
well.
what, what Stefano was telling, and I want to make super clear. So we have zero commitments with third parties. There is nobody involved in the launching. Only community and what's happening after launching. But we have zero commitments with third parties. So we want to be super fair with the community.
No, I completely agree with that. I mean, honestly, I mean, I completely agree with what's being said right now. So it's all good on my side. It's more about people really understanding, because look, in the grand scheme of things, I think that there's going to be questions no matter what, right? It's going to be one of those type of situations where people will undoubtedly want to know more, because they are committing their money to this. And what you're saying is absolutely incredible, and I'm could be completely transparent to everyone here. I am investing into this, right? So I'm not only going to use it, I'm going to be utilizing. In my mind, it's a absolute no-brainer for a product like this, where I don't know who would not use this thing. I don't know who would not use it. And staking it, where you get 10%, it's just it's in my mind. It's not out in the realm of understanding of what people should be doing.
If we're achieving certain volume of trading in a daily basis, it's the numbers are mind blowing.
It's mind blowing. I at any level, it's mind blowing. You're getting a return from a neobank that's going to be providing something that is truly out of this world. So I have no questions and no qualms in the understanding of what's going on. So I'm really happy. If there's any questions, I would love people to have some questions. Although my question thing is having a bit of a brain freeze at the moment. But if there's any questions, please ask it on TikTok. Is there anything that you guys want to ask while we're live here, or if you want to have more of a personal conversation, you guys can go and enter into the section of Bella Baba on the Learn by Alvarez. Links are in the YouTube comments and things like that as well there, and I'll also add it into the chat as well, so you guys can go directly and check this out. So you're saying in 2 weeks the launch is happening.
Yeah,
And
first week of August.
I know you can't say which ones, but is this going to be launched on said certain exchanges? Are we talking about tier ones? Are we talking about tier twos? Are we talking about things? I mean, just so people can understand the amount of excitement that they should be having. Not if they should be having.
I think what we can say here is it's one of the exchanges that is it's not the most popular exchanges, but it's if you ask anyone in crypto if they have this exchange, they'll say yes.
Okay, fair enough. I think that's
But
all you need to say.
it's
That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. I don't think there's any more that can be said. And the rest of it could be actually described within the chat as well. I mean,
Yeah.
if
And
that
then for Web2 users that they are not familiar with Exchange or DEX, so they can join below our dashboard and they can purchase a token there. So, and our team will help them with all the procedures.
yeah, I mean, like you guys have made the onboarding process really simple, and
So
that
wait next week. Wait next week. We are releasing below version 2, and this weekend, and all the onboarding will be with AI.
oh wow.
So will be super smoothly.
Fantastic. I mean, that makes me extremely excited. I can't actually lie about it. And now that we have this section open, please make sure that you look for all of those links and all those aspects into there.
one thing I want to mention as well is I believe Luis already said it, but the no data cards. But there's going to be essentially no KYC cards, right? At some point in the roadmap, and I think that's probably what most people are excited about. So yeah, I'm excited myself as well. We're excited. So yeah, let's rock and roll.
Yeah. Okay. So look, let's get some questions here. They're not going to tell you the exchanges. Come on. They're listing out exchanges right now. One of them said, "Does it sound like?" I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. All right. Okay. Um, uh, is there a minimum to the pre-sale? That's a question that everyone's asking.
Yes, so there is a minimum. The minimum I believe is in the forum itself, and the
Fantastic.
minimum is 3K.
Okay. Well, it's for
It's pretty
free
accessible.
EV as something. Okay. Okay. So, how does the release of the token work? What is the how does it aspect? What kind of release format is it? Is there going to be anything that's staked? Is there going to be anything that's going to be released over time? What are the things on that aspect that's happening? They're asking.
Yes, so the way that works is the wallet that you've provided on the forum, that's where you will receive the tokens. Again, 48 hours after TGE. And then the tokens will be released linearly over 6 months. So yeah, that's exactly how it works. It automatically gets sent to the person's wallet. There's no need to claim. There's no need to do any of that stuff. You will have to stake it yourself, because obviously we can't stake it for you. But to stake it will be pretty simple. Just go to the Bella Baba dashboard and make sure that you connect your wallet, and then you'll be able to do it.
And the staking rewards, would that be stated within the account itself, or would it be something that you connect your wallet and you'll see how much you've earned from it? Is there an indication or understanding of how that's going to work?
So in the Telegram group, so we already post how it looks like the app. So in a testing mode, so people can test and can go through the app, and they will check how easy it is to stake and get the rewards.
Okay, cool. And they're not going to tell you the ticker, man. Come on. Come on. It's like the most quick question I've ever heard in my life, honestly. Cool. What's the ticker? All right. Someone is saying this is too good to be true. Okay, that's not even the question. That's what I thought, and now I'm even more excited about it. Any other questions, guys? Anything else that you want to ask right now? If not, then I'm gonna. Okay. Did you say that there's another incentive for members in your community? Well, I was hinting at it, but I'll leave it to you guys to. I mean, we won't say it on stream, but I will say it will be worth going to that channel on on the Learn by Alvarez. That's all I'm going to say. They're already extremely generous in what they're doing and what they're providing, and as a little bit of an extra bonus, they're giving maybe something you guys should go there and ask. That's all I'm
I
gonna say.
think, I think. Well, it's okay to say it. So basically, because so we're offering an additional 10% in allocation of what you're allocated in the investment. Um, and the reason for this is because again, exchanges due to exchange demands, TGE, you'll receive your tokens 48 hours after TGE, and as a sort of like I guess a sweetener or a nice to have, we're also offering an additional 10% in whatever allocation you have. So if you invest 1K and you get just an example to keep it simple, if you invest 1K and you get uh, 1K tokens, then you get 10%, an additional 10% tokens within your allocation.
You're talking to me directly, right? I'm gonna be receiving all of that. No,
You're
that's
going to be receiving all the tokens.
all of the tokens. Don't worry about it. That sounds absolutely incredible. And one last question, so people can really understand: what is the level of discount that people will be buying as a pre-sale of this? So how is it be working? So they get that as well, and then we can then leave it over to the channel, and then let you guys go and have your lovely evenings. And thank you guys for joining as well,
Yeah,
nonetheless.
so the discount from TGE will be 35%, so 35%, 35. And yeah, that's basically it.
So 35% plus the extra 10% on top. Okay, cool. Anything else you can give us? I'm not too sure if we've taken enough from how amazing what you guys are doing. You said something about a Lamborghini. No, I'm joking. Okay, fantastic. That's incredible. Like again, thank you so much for giving this opportunity for my community and for everyone that's involved. It's actually a pleasure to have you guys on. So clear and well presented and done in the right way as well. And I'm really excited. There's nothing more I can say, and everyone seems here to be extremely excited about it as well. It's been
Thank you.
incredible, that
Yeah,
aspect.
thank you so much, Alvarez. And again, thank you so much for the community for joining as well. Our, users' DMs are open, my DMs are open. Feel free to ask any questions in the Bella Baba dedicated chat in your community and in the Telegram community. Also, please feel free to follow us across all our socials. We're active on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter. We have a Telegram channel as well for the community. Yeah, and if you have any feedback and or anything, just yeah, share it with us, please.
Yeah, that's amazing. Please drop those socials into the group as well. And if anyone else wants to have any more questions or any aspects of this, I would highly recommend SM. And again, thank you all for joining. Is there any last questions at all for so we can do it here, or should we move it over to the for the chat? It looks like it's just to the chat. All right, guys, thank you so much. Oh my god, it's absolutely incredible. Everyone, send some love and hearts to the lovely gentleman for joining us and giving us this opportunity, and we
Thank you
can
very
we
much.
can go from there. Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much, guys.
Wonderful.
I appreciate
Thanks,
it.
guys.
All right, I'll catch all of you guys later, and it's a pleasure meeting you both. Most
Thank
definitely.
you very much.
Thank you.
Take care.
Take care. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Oop, oop. Okay. Cool, guys. Jimmy, I don't get you guys are such, it's amazing. The level of oh god, whatever. It's so cool. It's all cool. That's amazing, man. I'm actually quite like it's quite incredible. No, no, no. You can sell for 6 months. No, no, no. That doesn't work in that way. So it will be averaged out on that side as far as I know. So you get your first 20% on 24 hours of the launch, and then from then on, it will be that's what pre-launch happens. This is what the vesting and the VC aspect. You guys are getting access to something that most people don't get access to. That's the wild part of all this, and this is the thing that really like actually gets me quite excited, because we're getting access to something that's out of this world. The fact that you can do a KYC in a jurisdiction where it is closed to what best the best way to describe is to, how can I say, various individuals. And on top of that, you're going to be getting, oh man, it's incredible. So we need to access it through which site? You don't know. You access it through my. I'm gonna put it here. I'll put the Learn by Alvarez channel into the chat. If you're on, let's get this going so you guys can understand. The fact that he's even in there is also incredible. There we go. Let me copy this link. I'll put it into the chat now so you guys can see it there. Just go to that on TG. And you guys can enter there. There's the Learn by Alvarez aspect there. There's all bunch of other interesting links and everything else like that. So it's pretty amazing, man. I'm fully invested into it. I'm gonna be staking my tokens, and I'm looking forward to that card next week. That is absolutely wild, absolutely wild. Anyway, cool. Anyway, let's get over on this. And the fact that they're giving 10% extra as well. Just, my God, honestly, it's incredible. Right, cool. This is great. Let me just save this. All right. Okay, cool. Now, any other questions you want me to look at before I head off? And we've overrun a little bit already right now, but you guys have been incredible, so I'll give you a bit more of a time. Anything else? Anything else? Speak about liquidity at 115. Punky, you're hilarious, man. You're like, yeah, cool, whatever. Tell me something that I want to hear. Right, any other questions, guys? Anything else you want me to look at? Anything else you want me to say? If not, I'm going to, retire because I'm still a bit weak from the roller coaster that happened yesterday, and we can move forward from there. What do you guys think? Tell me now, or don't. No other questions. Nothing else. Quick recap of the project. Right. Okay. So it's. I'll do a. 1 second. I'll do a very quick recap of. All right. Let me see if I can. All right. So, basically, very quickly, I'll explain a lot quickly what's going on. It's a neobank. It's a private bank. You'll be able to do a single KYC and open up an account in every jurisdiction that matters. Most are tax-free jurisdictions. Next week, a card is coming where you can, with that KYC, you'll be able to utilize a card and open up a card where you can swap your cryptocurrency, like the card that you have, any type of stables, into a card that you can put basically on your Apple Pay. And the KYC aspect will not be shared with the general jurisdiction that you're sitting in. Also, the GAN token is coming out, where you guys will be getting in essence, 45% discount on TG launch, right? And then after that, you'll be getting your 20% 24 hours after, 48 hours after launch. And then on top of that, you'll be getting it, the rest of your tokens unlocked over a 6-month period, where in which if you stake it, you get 10% of all of Bella Baba's profits, which is nuts. Yeah, yellow herb tea will hit his stomach. I don't know, nothing will see on my stomach. That's the situation. That's where we are. It's insane. It's ridiculous. What is going on? And yeah, lots of vitamin C. Be well, my friend. No dangerous activities for you. I am danger. I am the dangerous activity. All right. Okay, guys. On that note, I'm gonna love you and leave you. Today's been an amazing show. To all you XRP people out there, it's okay. It's okay. Cool. You can make him even more rich. Anyone else that wants to have that level of off ramp, which is incredible, name me one of the places that does something like this. Check out Bella Baba. Anyone that wants to ask and talk to the main man himself, check out the Learn by Alvarez section of Bella Baba. And if you go there, you'll be able to get all the information and details that you go from there. Dangerous Alvarez, get some rest. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for everyone. We'll Fed do a rate cut next FOMC meeting. I doubt it very much. I think they will be pushing on a dovish notion and cut by in September. So this is better than XRP. Okay. Well, okay. If we compare that, this you can use, and XRP no one uses, and the creator is selling on your ass. It's your decision to make, guys. I don't know. Anyway, look.